guys, it's been impossible to enumerate the number of upgrades that we've seen in the administration of the United States of America. Kamala Harris to J.D. Vance, Joe Biden to Donald Trump, Jill Biden to Melania. That's a big one. Ladies and gentlemen, though, the White House press secretary has got to be near the very, very top. The reason why this is very important is because he cringed Jean-Pierre was somebody who was on TV all the time. She was just this irascible DEI hire who got off on gaslighting all of us in these struggle sessions of lies and disinformation and just Marxist drivel that was nonsensical from the White House, and it's the face of the White House. And we never got to see Joe Biden at all, so cringe was really the only person that we'd see interact with us on a regular basis from the White House. And it was so hard. I sat through so many press conferences. We're just screaming at the screen, and now we punch the upgrade button and we get to Caroline Leavitt. Caroline Leavitt, with her first press conference just seconds ago, rapping, out with the old and in with the new. Everybody doing the meme here. What an amazing upgrade. This not AI. It's an actual literal expression. That's the expression of somebody whose brain is actively breaking and who is should probably wear a helmet actually to work. Maybe that's what that is on the top of her head. And somebody who dressed as like an Al Capone style gangster. But ladies and gentlemen, it was Caroline Leavitt who started off her press conference with the gangster commentary. Trump is back, and the golden age of America has begun.
Honor to be here with all of you. A lot of familiar faces in the room, a lot of new faces. And President Trump is back, and the golden age of America has most definitely begun.
The memes will be dreams. Speaking of memes, Caroline Leavitt is going to open up chairs in the White House for streamers and YouTubers, she said. So expect us from the White House live soon. Caroline Leavitt saying America will no longer tolerate criminal immigration, saying that there is a new seat for independent journalists and content creators. Corporate media is dead. We are the media now. Noting that we get more views than the corporate press do, and that's true. Ladies and gentlemen, it's true. Caroline Leavitt going extremely hard, saying the president did more in the first 100 hours than the previous president did in 100 days. Yeah, or 100 years. And then finally throwing some bows. Here, ladies and gentlemen, the cringy Peter Alexander reporter from NBC News crying and bitching about criminal alien deportations. Didn't go well for him.
For the criminals, there are many, many criminals. NBC News has learned that ICE arrested 1,179 undocumented immigrants on Sunday, but nearly half of them, 566 of the migrants, appear to have no prior criminal record besides entering the country illegally. Is the president still focused exclusively, which is a civil crime, it's not criminal?
It's a federal crime.
So I'm asking, though, he said he was going to focus on those violent offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so therefore, you are subject to deportation.
I apologize for interrupting. So to be clear, it's not violent criminals do not receive precedence in terms of the deportations taking place.
The president has also said two things can be true at the same time. We want to deport illegal criminals, illegal immigrants from this country, but the president has said that, of course, the illegal criminal drug dealers, the rapists, the murderers, the individuals who have committed heinous acts on the interior of our country and who have terrorized law-abiding American citizens, absolutely, those should be the priority of ICE, but that doesn't mean that the other illegal criminals who entered our nation's borders are off.
Yes, when you break the nation's laws, there's a good chance that you're going to continue breaking the nation's laws. Funny how that works. When somebody enters your house by breaking your window and crawling through it, they're probably not going to follow other rules of your home. And even if that's all they do, it's a bad way to enter. Caroline Leavitt not backing down on this one, answering more corporate media reporters screeching and wailing. None of them asking a question about Laken Riley. I mean, it's like unspeakable. None of these people asked a single question about the Americans who were slaughtered and killed and devastated over the criminal alien scourge on our country over the last 4 years. But now they're all screaming when the criminals get deported. Amazing. Caroline Leavitt asked, how many criminal aliens are actually criminals? All of them.
Since President Trump came back into office, can you just tell us the numbers? How many have a criminal record versus those who are just in the country illegally?
All of them, because they illegally broke our nation's laws and therefore they are criminals as far as this administration goes. I know the last administration didn't see it that way, so it's a big culture shift in our nation to view someone who breaks our immigration laws as a criminal, but that's exactly what they are.
You may have one of the worst first. They all have a criminal record.
And welcome to the briefing
If they
room.
broke our nation's laws, yes, they are criminal. Yes.
Dumbass. It's so stupid. Yeah, wokeness really does like rot your brain. Look at this. We are so freaking back. Major upgrade. What was this exactly? Is she trying out for like a villain in the next Mask movie? I just don't understand. Carolyn Leavitt is dominating right now. Absolutely badass. Super duper mic drop moments all throughout. Did her homework and came prepared. Great job. She was so confident. Sublime, absolute rock star, says James Woods. And these 4 years are going to be incredible. Never thought that I would say this, but I'm going to be missing Jim Acosta being her pinata. Break out the popcorn. Jim Acosta fired, by the way, today. Notice Carolyn Leavitt doesn't need a massive indexed binder to answer reporters' questions. It's wonderful to have a press secretary again. That's right. It's like the size of she just had like a couple of readouts here. That's it. Carolyn Leavitt is 30 minutes into a press briefing, and she hasn't looked at a single answer yet. KJP would have gone through 3 binders and a magic 8-ball by now. This is why people ditch DEI for meritocracy. A new star is born. She's got this position because of merit, not DEI nonsense. 26 years old and has a new child at home. Carolyn Leavitt is a savage. I didn't know she was 26. Wow. 10 out of 10. No notes. Incredible first press briefing. Finally, somebody competent. An absolute barn burner right here. She was asked about egg prices. Why are the prices of eggs so high? Oh, listen to this.
Brought this up because there is a lot of reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost of eggs. I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country. We also have seen the cost of everything, not just eggs. Bacon, groceries, gasoline have increased because of the inflationary policies of the last administration. As far as the egg shortage, what's also contributing to that is that the Biden administration and the Department of Agriculture directed the mass killing of more than 100 million chickens, which has led to a lack of chicken supply in this country, therefore a lack of egg supply, which is leading to the shortage. So I will leave you with this point. This is an example of why it's so incredibly important that the Senate moves swiftly to confirm all of President Trump's nominees, including his nominee for the United States Department of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, who is already speaking with Kevin Hassett, who's leading the economic team here at the White House, on how we can address the egg shortage in this country. As for costs, I laid out the plethora of ways that President Trump has addressed saving costs for the American people over the past week. He looks forward to continuing to doing that in the days ahead.
Boom, baby. Cooked Joe Biden. In 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure. They killed hundreds of thousands of chickens, and that's why your egg prices are so high, idiots. Can't believe Carolyn Leavitt is 27 years old. She's incredible and light years ahead of the previous press secretary. The entire press briefing is as if Carolyn Leavitt is an elementary school teacher dealing with a bunch of students who haven't been taught manners and are getting the same directions 5 times. Look at this room. Look at how stacked and packed that is. My favorite moment from the press briefing, right here, ladies and gentlemen. The mic drop is when she began, and this is where this was her first question. She said, "You have been lied to, and I am here to correct those lies. And you've done some lies, media, and we're going to correct that too, and we're not going to tolerate it anymore." This is what absolute power and competency looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's just so freaking amazing. Imagine not supporting Trump right now. Welcome back, America. Here we go.
On behalf of the President of the United States. That is my job. And I will say it's very easy to speak truth from this podium when you have a president who is implementing policies that are wildly popular with the American people, and that's exactly what this administration is doing. It's correcting the lies and the wrongs of the past 4 years, many of the lies that have been told to your faces in this very briefing room. I will not do that. But since you brought up Truth Seek, I would like to point out While I vow to provide the truth from this podium, we ask that all of you in this room hold yourselves to that same standard. We know for a fact there have been lies that have been pushed by many legacy media outlets in this country about this president, about his family, and we will not accept that. We will call you out when we feel that your reporting is wrong or there is misinformation about this White House. So yes, I will hold myself to the truth, and I expect everyone in this room to do the same.
And Caroline, just